For Brewing Esports, we've got the Mustache and Sparky alongside Alfred making their IGL debut. Then Daysky, Just Sky, and Wolfie out there for Radiance Elite for the orange team here. So Brewing Esports, Davey, I mean, you know, divas, they got to request their colors, so we see them in the green and black here tonight, but now I'm just giving them a hard time because we've known those guys for so long. Actually, it would be pretty cool to see all the teams in the Winter Invitational rock some specific colors. That could add a nice little touch to the customization of the circuit.
That would be interesting, Tino, and you know me well. When it comes to Rocket League fashion, it's one of my soft spots, so I would not object to that.
Davey is the king of Rocket League fashion. His cars are always looking so clean. We do see Sparky BMing himself a little bit there after missing the shots, but hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, at least you're in a good position to go for that shot there. This one, a bit of a flurry of activity to start game one, kind of just like we saw in the 8 p.m. game. Surprisingly enough, I feel like this is something we always talk about, but hasn't been mentioned yet tonight. Nerves playing a factor when playing on stream. Daysky just off the crossbar there. Another narrow opportunity denied by one of the MVP defenders there, the crossbar. But I think these teams may be just a little nervous coming out of the gate here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Those game one nerves, especially in a new environment like this, they're going to come into play inevitably. But we have seen some good shots already coming out, and the Mustache! Fear the Mustache. All that hair on his face, not just for show. It actually helps him play defense, and that save was incredible. But the offensive flurry from Radiance, shining bright pretty early on in this one.
Really is shining bright here. Speaking of shining, Mustache just barreling his way down here with no boost, makes a play out of nothing. A great defense there by Wolfie, and now they're off to the races on the counterattack. The first blood struck by Radiance Elite. Beautiful play. I think Brewing Esports got pulled in there a little bit, thinking they had the offensive opportunity, and Wolfie with some smooth sailing off the wall takes it back to the house.
Yeah, you saw that third man back sneaking just a little too far forward, trying to be in position to finish off a play, and they got punished for it. So this Radiance offense definitely not afraid to take their shots. So we're going to see how that one plays out. The demo's on point too. That's going to be a second goal just like that. Radiance coming out in bursts.
What a beautiful team play from all three players getting involved there. We see Wolfie on the demo, Daysky with the pass, and Just Sky with the shot. We're talking in the Revision and Transcendent Esports game at 8 p.m. Eastern, complimenting the team play of both of those teams and what great teams they were, the synergy they showed. I'm starting to see plenty of that on display here from Radiance Elite as well. What a hot start for this team.
We're approaching halftime. 2-0 the lead. Like you were saying, T-Now, nerves maybe a little bit in play in the first half of this game one, but Radiance has certainly shaken that off, and they are starting to press the foot on that accelerator a little bit. We're going to see if Brewing Esports can brew up some chemistry of their own.
It's going to be interesting to see because we obviously have a couple players in Mustache and Sparky who played, big bump there, clears some space. Wolfie trying to pass one back, but Alfred does flow through to get that one out of there. And Alfred, again, first time playing in IGL. Sparky and the Mustache, speaking of Stash and Daysky, throwing us into 2v2. Oh, is one of them going to break that up? Looks like, Just Sky was thinking about it, but instead backed off there. I thought we were about to have some problems there, Davey. I was going to have to kick Just Sky out of the Invitational.
You know, I have a long controversial history with Rule 1, but these players right now are respecting it, and gotta give them credit for that.
Yeah, you got to give them credit here, and so far there's been a 2v2. Nobody's scored yet. That one on the goal line of the orange team's net just cleared away. We're kind of coming down to the last chances here for Brewing Esports to put one on the board and to make something happen. Wolfie gets a great hit downfield, but the backboard defense is there. So important to be clearing the ball off the backboard at this high level of play. Well, really any level of play. I mean, that's going to elevate your defense to a whole other avenue here. But Wolfie, my goodness, just sliding around, slick as can be, making this look easy, Davey.
I tell you what, this Wolfie was domesticating the defense. Looked like he was taking the dog for a walk.
I mean, that is not an easy move to make there, and he just played it fantastic. Alfred was even in great position and put a good attempt at that save, but man, the offense just too good for the defense there. And I think that's kind of been the story of Game 1, quite frankly, is we see Radiance Elite just pouring it on the offensive end, and the defense of Brewing Esports, while not bad, simply has not been able to stop this flood that is the orange offense.
Yeah, it just seems like they need to double flip reset. What are we just seeing now? One, two, three,
and it ricochets off Mustache's face. I feel like Mustache was just like, hey, that was awesome. I'm going to help you score this one. Unbelievable. Hobzen Monster, speaking of unbelievable, 20 months, the grand champ of our heart. Thank you so much, man. Sparky, motivated by that crazy goal there, says, hey, we're not done yet. Don't count us out. Comes barreling down the middle for the goal. Nice job. But, man, a lot going on here, Davey. I'm just trying to, between the sub and the 2 goals and that insane highlight play, I'm just trying to process it all.
Man, yeah, how many flip resets does it take to get to the center of an IGL defense? Team Now, we just found out, and closing out game number 1 in style.
They really did, and are we going to see another one? Why not? Just Sky knocking one in there to get the hat trick. Unbelievable play there, 5-1. Radiance Elite definitely came out strong here in this game number 1. And Brewing Esports kind of needs to get back to the drawing board here heading into game number 2, see if they can get some of these offensive issues figured out to try to keep up with this, because while they didn't score very many goals, Davey, I do kind of feel like the crux of the game was that Radiance was just able to stay on offense the entire time because Brew wasn't necessarily threatening too much on the other end.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was just a difference in transition and rotational speed. Radiance just a little bit sharper than their opponents, able to, especially with those solo plays from Wolfie as well, being able to push deep into opposing territory and, just allowing them to create opportunities. And they are very good at creating opportunities, as we saw. So really, if Brewing Esports can just do a little bit more to take control of the middle of the field and try to shut down some of those plays before they can develop. Honestly, also at the top of the drawing board, you want to just write step 1, don't let them flip reset 3 times.
Yeah, we'll start there and try to build up from that. As Scotty says, I'm looking sus. I can't deny that. I've been called sus many a times in my Among Us career, and sometimes I was, sometimes I wasn't. You never know.
It's shades. It's
yeah.
the shades,
I know. There's only another pair of shades behind these shades here. No eyes. Let's head on into game number 2 and see what Brewing Esports and Radiance Elite are all about. We talked about it a little bit during the break. Radiance Elite really dominated the pace of the game, start to finish, with the 5-1 victory. Sparky got that goal towards the end there that gave Brew maybe a little bit of momentum, as we see Mustache put a fantastic save out there. But I do think the key to the game is just generating some more offensive pressure for Brew to try to get some opportunities going.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder, Team Now, if it was maybe just a little bit of shell shock. Getting hit with that extra just level of talent that we see from this Radiance Elite team. If they can adjust in game 2 and kind of start to calm it down and get the defensive rotations locked in, I think they can still definitely have a good shot in this one.
Yeah, I think they can as well, and so far we're not seeing anything too threatening from either team in the first minute of play. Decently steady pace that we're setting off here. Both teams probably with a shot or two in their favor. Mustache trying to generate a little bit of pressure. Sky, though, good backboard clear up to center field. Now, Alfred, pretty decent debut there in game number 1, you know, for the IGL career starting off here, making some good plays. And it seems like Brew so far, as a team overall, has definitely made some good adjustments from game number 1 as they're keeping it pretty even here.
Yeah, definitely looking much better early. Don't want to put on that caster curse, but they have kept their net empty so far. So I like what I see from Brewing. We'll see if they can hop to some goals here.
You know, I heard they recently added more hops, is what they've been telling me. So we'll see if they're able to take advantage of some of those hops to get a goal on the board here. As Captain Squid wants me to Caster Curse Radiance Elite. You know, I think Caster Curse, it's always got to be unintentional here. Unless you're trying to force a Game 5, then it can be intentional. But Wolfie doesn't seem to have any intentions of doing that as they strike first for Radiance Elite. 1-0, nice little passing play. Daysky, Wolfie, just under 3 minutes, Davey. First strike going to the orange team.
Well, it's really going to be important to see what happens from here. To see if Radiance kind of gets back to business and piles it on, or if Brewing is going to be able to handle this one goal and respond. Well, it's like they might have that opportunity. Mustache almost there, just barely going past his outstretched wheels, but a good shot from Alfred. Defense reeling a little bit as they're bouncing it around. Can this be the opportunity for Brewing? Can they do it?
They got some really great looks there, but Radiance Elite too strong on the goal line, stopping several opportunities. Another ball to the box, denied by Just Sky. Obviously at this level, oh, that's a great bump though on Just Sky. An opportunity there. A couple players flying in for it, but Wolfie holds their ground, tries to counterattack, pass, post, in. What a play from Wolfie and Daysky.
And T-Now, that's really demoralizing for Brewing Esports. They were applying so much pressure, doing a really good job. I felt like for a second there, they had this Radiance defense on their heels, only to get so quickly counterattacked and to have your deficit doubled with 2 minutes remaining. Let's see if they can come back from this.
Yeah, I would love to see them continue to build on some of the momentum that we saw in that last play. It really is a game of inches here, Davey, because I think I agree with you that Brewing Esports in that particular sequence, they kind of had the number of the Radiance Elite defense, but when they double commit and miss that opportunity, a team as phenomenal as Radiance Elite, I mean, they just took that one to the house. They saw the opportunity, didn't stop for a second there. I'm going to stop real quick and thank one of our community casters, Ren, for hitting us with the raid. Appreciate you bringing the IGL fam here to the Winter Invitational match. You are tuning in to Brewing Esports versus Radiance Elite, and Radiance Elite is putting on a fantastic show here tonight. Third goal for them, looking strong here in Game 2.
I tell you what, Radiance is really raiding the Brewing Esports net right now. Putting up 3 goals, a little over a minute left. And, yeah, Brewing has just been struggling to find an answer to this extremely bright Radiance offense.
They definitely have, but I think we got to give Brewing Esports a lot of credit as we do see a bit of a laser downfield, and Sparky, the lone goal scorer for Brewing Esports, puts in another one. Not the best touch to the middle here, I think. Oh, actually, it was Alfred. Okay, I was going to say, I thought it was from the orange team, but Alfred got the touch there, and Sparky's able to boom that one in. And Davey, what I was kind of saying there was that Brewing Esports, we kind of asked them to step up and answer the call here in game number 2, and I think they've done that, but they've just missed these opportunities by centimeters, right? It could have been a 2-1 game, and now, you know, it could be 2-2. It could have been a 1-1 game. There were just these close opportunities that they answered the call to get there. They just couldn't quite finish the play, and Radiance Elite has shown that if you don't take advantage of the opportunities against them, they're far too good of a team to let you back into the game after that.
Yeah, absolutely. In the Winter Invitational, with this level of competition, the margin for error is nil. And I tell you what, Brewing Esport may have gotten the spark from Sparky that they need, but it might be too little too late. Final 10 seconds of play. We're going to see if they can get another one back, make this compelling. But it looks like this game 2 is going to go to Radiance as soon as this ball touches the ground. There it is. So we saw, like you said, Tina, a little bit of progress there in game 2 from Brewing Esports as they were able to kind of corral it together a little bit more on defense, and they saw a lot more offensive opportunities in game 2 than they did in game 1. But like you said, it's a game of inches, and against a team like Radiance, you have to be picture perfect, and they just missed out on some of those opportunities by centimeters, and it turned what could have potentially been a win into a second loss, putting them on match point.
Yeah, it is match point here for Radiance Elite. They're looking to get the 3-0 sweep. Will Brewing Esports fight back? As Davey alluded to, Brewing Esports had more shots than Radiance Elite, so they were putting the pressure on. They were definitely doing a really good job and making some solid plays there. Just couldn't close them out there towards the end. Wattage out here, though, gifting a couple subs, making Dronus and the Captain Squid the grand champ of our hearts. Thank you so much for that, man. Really appreciate it, and appreciate all the support and things you do for the IGL community here. Just don't go into electrical with that guy, all right? Don't go into electrical with him. Other than that, he's a pretty good guy. So here we go, Davey. We're heading into game number 3. Radiance Elite has definitely set the pace of this series. I believe they've got an 8-2 goal differential in their favor in games 1 and 2. But we saw it from Brewing Esports there. We saw the recipe. We saw the chance for success. They just got to execute through the end here. And I think we could be looking at games 4 and maybe 5.
You know, you're absolutely right, T. Now, this could be the game that they finally break over or push over that cliff. It's going to have to be, or else they're not going to have any more chances. And oftentimes, when you're in that 0-2 situation, it is that do or die situation that helps you push it. We'll see if Brewing can do that. If they can dial it in for Game 3 and fight back in the series, I would love to see it.
Yeah, I would love to see it as well. Just like getting those Game 4s, Game 5s, you know, it's always entertaining to get more Rocket League, and both these teams are absolutely fantastic. So why not? Why not have a little bit more? We do have one of the players making a car switch. Looks like they just rejoined, but I'm going to constantly remind people because, believe it or not, Davey, a lot of times we see that people don't know what the Casterverse is. And we want every single person to know about it. I want you playing on stream every single week. Go to that link, sign up, play your IGL matches on stream. The Mustache and Sparky are 2 community casters. You see them out there playing. Davey Rocket's community caster. Book your matches, get on stream, have a ton of fun. That's all I got to say for that, because we are back in this match here. Do or die for Brewing Esports, Davey, here in a crucial Game 3.
Tell you what, they're called Brewing Esports, but through the first 2 games, it's been Radiance that has felt drunk with power. But can they turn this around? It's going to be interesting to see, like you said, if they're able to just convert those opportunities they've been so close on. I'll tell you what, though, match point is also the time when certain teams can fall apart, but Sparky says he is not going to let that happen today.
Sparky has been the lone spark for the offense of Brewing Esports, a goal in every game. And right on cue, Gornash comes in with the 25 months. The grand champ of our hearts says, I'm late, but I'm here. Brewing can start winning now. And right on cue, they do it, Davey. It's like all Gornash had to do was just show up.
See, now rule number 1.
Oh, his mustache
tell you
really
what,
gets
though,
another one.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Gornash was the secret.
I mean, you were his teammate for a couple circuits. I think, you know, he brings some good things to the table. So maybe he's out here helping Brewing Esports from the fan section. Scotty also tossing the bit our way. Appreciate that. I think I saw you cheering on Radiance Elite, so he's trying to bounce back a little bit here, get the favor back in Radiance Elite's court here. But it's been a good start, Davey, for Brewing Esports, and we felt like they put together the blueprint for taking a game and continuing this series from Radiance Elite, and it looks like they're executing this time around. It looks like they're making good on that promise of trying to get these games 4 and 5 going.
Yeah, Tina, they experienced something in Game 3 that they haven't experienced yet this series. They have a lead, and they like it so much that they're really trying to fight to keep it.
Who would have thought being in the lead is a good thing, and people enjoy it. I think Brewing Esports is playing fantastic right now, and Radiance Elite, we do see the Scarab for Sky. That was the car switch. Maybe that one will be the difference maker here in the late game. Speaking of difference makers, we see Wolfie cutting up the field to Daysky. Just some beautiful plays from Radiance Elite tonight, Davey, and this just another one in that highlight reel.
Looking like a couple of trapeze artists out there with that high-flying action, bringing it back level, kind of snapping back to reality. It's like, okay, they're stepping up their game. We've got to do the same.
Well, this one a little dangerous fumble in the midfield. Mustache is there, and then the defense will hold on the follow-up. Dronus with 100 bits, much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. I see him cheering on Brewing Esports as well. Nice little hit there by Sky as that one was coming across. The orange defense just always on point. Radiance Elite really clearing it out of here. Good pass up, but a better defensive clear there by Mustache. Now Sparky in a bit of an awkward spot. Does tap this one away, not quite off the side, but Mustache is there to keep that one out of harm's way. Tension, game number 3, match points Radiance Elite, but Brewing Esports has us all tied up at 1.
Yeah, definitely. You could cut the tension with a knife right now, T-Now. Final moments. Oh, no. Brewing has done such a good job in this game up to this point, but those just tiniest cracks in the defense still haunting them, as all it takes is just that small opening for Daysky and this Radiance team to punish you.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how Radiance Elite, I mean, if you get your opportunities and don't take advantage of them, they're going to get theirs. They're going to make their plays, and they're going to get their goals, and we see another one here. Well, I guess Wolfie wanted a little bit of a save for that one, so knocks that one out and away, keeping it to a 1-goal deficit here. But Radiance Elite is definitely capable of creating their own opportunities, so it's up to their opponents to either shut those down or out-generate those opportunities there. And we see another one from Wolfie getting on the scoreboard on his 3rd shot. Nice play. The pressure from Radiance Elite off that kickoff was just non-stop. Ball was on the green half of the field here for like that entire time, Davey. Yeah,
we might be seeing Brewing Esports starting to just crack a little bit under that Game 3 pressure. They came out hot, but they may have exhausted their reserves, and they might not have much left in the barrel.
Yeah, might not have much left, but if they've got anything, they're going to need to find it in these final 60 seconds. It's really coming down to the wire here for Brewing Esports. They only have 50 seconds now to try to force a game number 4. 2 goals, the difference, make it 3. Wolfie flying in with another one. Nicely done here by the Radiance Elite offense, just making it happen. What a nifty little hit there from Wolfie, not only scoring, but scoring in style.
Man, I tell you what, Wolfie, very happy to play the part of the Predator in this series. Seems like so many goals have been coming from him, just tearing through the defense.
They really are just tearing it through the defense here. Wolfie now pass across to Daysky, trying for something, but the Mustache is there to knock it away. You know, I deleted the message there, Scotty, because there's I want sportsmanship. All right, like you're allowed to root for your teams here, but I didn't like the way that conversation was going. A little bit of too much disrespect for me. So just keep it civil. You know, keep it civil. Yes, you guys are winning, but you don't gotta like keep at it. All right, you're allowed to have your opinions, but let's try to be good sports here. Have a good time. That's what IGL and this circuit's all about. So just deleting the message because we don't need to keep going down that line. Everybody can be civil and cool with each other and have a good time here, all right? There's no need for where you guys were trying to take that conversation and the things you were saying. So just be respectful, and it's all good. Radiance Elite, a very strong team with the 3-0.
Hey, speaking of all good team now, Radiance was all good throughout this series. Put it on a heck of a performance. Some of the plays that we saw from them, like the triple flip reset, the other aerial acrobatics, the solo plays from Woofy, just a little bit too much offensive firepower for Brewing, I think, to handle. They definitely had plenty of moments where they shined through in that series. Brewing did. A lot of those hero plays from Sparky and some other great offensive moments, but just Radiance is that extra little bit step faster today, and they were able to pick up the win.